It is time for change. Time for empowerment. DigitalAge is the revolution. Protecting your privacy, data, and content. Providing revolutionary tools for your digital life. Tools of the Titans, free and open to you. Creating a new economy. Fair and equitable rev share. Monetizing through innovative, non-intrusive ad placements without getting in the way of the content experience. Supporting the next generation through empowering marketers and influencers with our engagement platform. Now is the time. Take back control. Customize your experience. Free your mind. Unleash your true potential. Welcome to DigitalAge.
Check it out, Joe.
Bring it. Ha 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 ha. What? On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. Fool, that's it now.
Dad is blown across the ocean, leaving just a memory. A snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what you leave behind for me?
There is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. Hashtag Brave New World. Hashtag Huxley.
Thanks, I needed that today. Hashtag Califriend.
Hope you are great, because you are great.
I'm okay, just trying to navigate the universe.
Show the world all the love in your heart.
Free your mind and take control.
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 You got the groove. Hashtag Dancing Fool.
Now I can start my day.
I love the lyrics.
These two are the moves.
Did you shoot this?
I was wondering the same thing.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. dance floor pro. I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, now honey, honey, come ride.
I ain't tryna. Yeah, ain't tryna be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was a bop on the hoe.
It's a classic me mistake. Someone gives me love and I throw it all. It's a classic me mistake. Someone gives me love and I throw it all away.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, now honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff in it. Give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glancing a kid. Wishing they
family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what you leave behind for me? All in all it was just a brick in the wall. All in all it was all just bricks in the wall.
Equipped with some of the most sophisticated machines and decades of data on coronaviruses, scientists today have more resources than ever before to hunt down the next COVID-19 variant.
A Micron variant is expected to dent global economy in early 2022.
When is this going to be over? Ugh.
At least Omicron has mild symptoms. Nobody is dying.
But the hospital system is collapsing. What if you have a heart attack?
That is the problem.
I am in good health. Hopefully I won't be in a car accident.
But the economy.
Downloading your Facebook metadata is easy. First, go to facebook.com and sign into your account. Then, select the account icon shown here. A menu will show up. Select Settings and Privacy, then select Settings. Now that you are on the Settings page, find the Select Your Facebook Information on the left-hand panel. From there, select the option to download your information. Here you will be greeted with a few options for how you would like to download your information. For file type, we recommend you choose JSON for an easy import into DigitalAge. After you've made your selections, scroll down to the bottom of the page and select Request a Download. And that's it! Once your file has been compiled, you can find it available for download on this page under the Available Files tab.
turn this over to our CTO, and he's going to do a demonstration on our website and just do a quick overview. But on developing this thing, one of the things is it had been extremely complicated. But what I'll do is I'm going to hand it over to him, and he can tell you about the technologies and all the things that we're doing and behind it, and how we've planned this thing out for months. We've executed, bringing in the right people, the specialists, to get this thing done. It's so much planning, so much hard work, but now the fruits of all this is coming to fruition now. And now we're going to be sharing and bragging, and believe me, putting it out in the world now so people could really see what we're doing. I really believe that we're here to change the world, and we're going to change the whole world with social media.
All right, thank you very much, Peter. Am I audible?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so going through the site, obviously everyone's been seeing a lot of new features, new capabilities being brought in. We're trying to do almost a daily release at this point. But just to scroll through some of the stuff, what you're seeing right now in terms of the background colors and everything else is an early preview of some later functionality that we're going to be bringing in. This card system that you're seeing here is going to be completely changing. You might have seen some previews of that in the video that was shared, I believe, yesterday, and that we also saw at the beginning of the webinar today. But some of the things that you can expect, let's go through. The repost functionality right now is simply an ability to share the existing post with your own comments and things like that to your own feed, as opposed to just commenting. Later, we are going to have a response capability. Think of that something similar to like a TikTok duet, things like that. That's where you'll be able to add in multimedia. I have been reviewing all of the comments and the questions, suggestions, things like that. So we're not going to be adding multimedia directly into the comments themselves, because we want that to be front and center in the feeds. But what you can do is you can go ahead and do a response. Like I said, we'll have that feature soon, where you'll be able to actually do a response to a particular post. It will also appear within the comments themselves as well, but it will be promoted much higher because there's going to be multimedia added to it. But that will be specifically a multimedia post. It'll be a response to an existing post, whether it's multimedia or not. But you can see that there is a multitude of colors, capabilities, things like that. We're trying to, we have a very rich interface, and Peter's been alluding to augmented reality. There's something I want to make sure that everyone is clear on. Right now, DigitalAge, from a social media perspective, social media, entertainment, communications platform perspective, is geared towards augmented reality at its base, right? So we are moving into a situation where you're no longer going to be looking at a two-dimensional screen and everything else. So this whole concept of the colors and what you'll later see, even in terms of the text posts, this will be majorly transformed, hopefully within the next week or so. We're finalizing the implementation of it. But the idea is that within an augmented reality space, you'll be able to see a card, an instance, something like that, that actually has substance. That's why we have the colors behind it instead of just pure black or white, or in this case, white, because that way you can actually see it as a physical object. And the other thing is that in those spaces, you're primarily not going to be reading. Now, if you happen to see a nice headline or something like that, sure, go ahead and click into it and then learn more about it, maybe listen to it, text to speech and everything, where you can actually hear it and all of that. But the point is that it's going to be a much more interactive, engaging experience. And that's just the beginning. As we start getting into the back catalogs and transforming video and entertainment, classic entertainment, into more interactive augmented reality experiences, using a ton of deep learning, ton of object recognition, 3D object extrapolation, things like that. There's a lot of very, very advanced technologies that are behind this. This is just the beginning. That this is the basis to be able to provide that foundation for those platforms. Okay. Some other things that you might have noticed: there's the cookie disclosure, of course, on the home page. A lot of this was mentioned in the latest email thing that went out. But over here, you can see that your ability to go ahead and download your data, delete your account, These are some of the compliance things that we worked on recently. But like I said, there's a lot more in terms of the UI UX that we're going to be presenting with Curt shortly. But just to give a quick rundown, some notes I took. We are onboarding new developers and engineers every week, right? And we are literally, I think, brought on 5 or 6 more this week. We've got at least another 10 that we're reviewing their profiles. They will hopefully be onboarded in the next week or two. But there are a lot of engineers that are coming on a regular basis to be able to help build this out. We're signing contracts every day, reviewing new technology partners every day. And making sure that we have the best in breed on everything. We're about to close a deal with information security company from a code inspection, infrastructure as code, things like that, that will be massive. Well, hopefully they'll be able to grow with us and everything else. And it's a really good thing. We're making great progress on the mobile apps in parallel with refining the features on the website. So working on a lot of augmented reality, video editing capabilities. What we're trying to do is make this originally started as a dream for a journalism platform, a real-time journalism platform where people didn't have to worry about fake news and stuff like that, but we actually provided a voice to everyone. Obviously, it's shifted greatly since and grown up, evolved and everything. But the idea is that we still want people to have a mobile newsroom. We want them to be able to take their assets, their archive footage, all this other stuff, be able to compile that together in a professional interface, do their lower thirds, do their picture-in-picture, do their titling, everything else, their effects, all of this other stuff, masking, whatever, directly on their mobile devices. So we're looking to provide a lot greater capability than what you'll see on almost any other social media platform. In reality, almost any other mobile video editing or audio editing app out there. So that's huge. Investing a ton of time and effort into those technologies, finding the right partners, et cetera. The other thing is, at our core, and I want to make sure that this is also clear, our social media site, while it is a great example of what a distributed social media system should be, it's going to have a ton of new technologies and exists on its own right. I want to be clear that our core ultimately is content protection and digital rights management. And that is not just for our DigitalAge social media site. We are building it to be a central platform and enterprise that can be used by everyone, whether that be Netflix, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, anybody. All of them should be going ahead and scanning content, checking to see if it's within our rights management system. And if those users who have protected their content have said, hey, I want $5 per play, or I want 30% of ad cut, whatever, they're the ones that are going to be able to define it, and it will be able to do the royalty collection and distribution, escrow processes, anti-money laundering, et cetera. But the main thing is that is our core, and this is a very good example and demonstration of how, one, decentralized social can work, and two, the fact that the underlying technology, what allows it to actually work in a commercial environment, is true centralized content protection, digital rights management that also works in that decentralized space with mesh networking and things like that that are going to be critical, extremely critical to an extended reality environment between players, et cetera. So again, we're laying a strong foundation for that digital rights management platform, royalty collection, escrow, distribution systems, and our advertiser creator marketplace. Those process orchestration, automation, and business process management features are being implemented with many of the same technologies, believe it or not, that are actually used by NASA JPL for the Mars rover missions. So again, we are partnering with the best in breed technologies, bleeding edge technologies, everything else. We are going to be blowing away all competition because of this. We're taking extremely strategic positions on everything that we're doing, vetting out the technologies, finding the best players around everywhere. And that will carry us forward well into the future. And obviously, we're going to be continuing to reevaluate and look for more better players. For example, Microsoft is expected to make their .NET 6 platform available this November. We're already looking into that. We're already evaluating it, checking to see what we can do to convert to that platform. Right now, we're in .NET 5, but we're taking advantage of everything that we can. We're very proud of our paradigm shifting take on user interface and experience that we feel will directly translate into the world of social augmented reality. And I'll just close with this. Our vision is clear. From building and democratizing key technologies needed to distribute and monetize rights-protected content in decentralized environments, to creating a top-tier social, communications, and entertainment platform to showcase our technologies, to rapidly evolving that platform into an extended reality behemoth utilizing mesh networking, implementing much of the world's greatest deep learning technologies to provide socially responsible, tailored, interactive experiences for you and everyone in the network around you, physically or virtually. This isn't just about free speech, monetizing back catalogs, providing fair and equitable compensation, or kicking Facebook to the curb. This is about transforming the way we interact with the world, with information, with entertainment, and with each other. Intuitive, social, responsible, equitable, and ubiquitous. These are what drives our design and our future. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and transition over to Curt Doty, our CCO in the making, who's been instrumental in assisting us with a lot of our user interface, user experience design, has a great background from the entertainment industry, working with many major studios, and within technology, Toshiba, Microsoft, Apple, many others. So we're blessed to have him on our team. He's a great person, and lots and lots of great experience and background, and is key to our growth and our continued success. So,
Curt, one of the things I'd like you to do is actually just share a little bit more about your background, because your background is so incredible. Your resume, it will just blow away everybody. It's some of the stuff that you did with streaming technologies, working with the studios. What's so great is these huge companies really primed my guys to become the most incredible, most talented people literally on the marketplace. We lurked high, and we interviewed so many people. Mr. Curt came to us, he approached us. And from there, it was such a blessing. He is an incredible guy, unbelievably talented. And I would love for him to just do a quick.
Sure, Peter. Yeah, absolutely. You're embarrassing me, but yes, thank you very much. Peter alluded to, I have 25 plus years in entertainment marketing, 15 of those years focused in digital mobile apps and user experience. Also, I've done R&D projects with Apple, Microsoft, and Toshiba, and helping them launch a lot of their technologies and products. And so, yeah, the other thing I've been able to bring to the party, the DigitalAge party, is the branding. That was kind of our very first project, and I think being an image maker for brands over the years, I was able to pivot very quickly the company into a much more vibrant, colorful brand that you're seeing today that is really representative of where the brand's going and how it will maintain its position and leadership in the future amidst a growing market of competition. I do want to speak to, there was a phrase in the Sizzle that you saw earlier in the presentation and yesterday, new design language. So what does that mean? Basically, we are curing the ills of every other social network. That is the opportunity. Our philosophy is embracing the square. Okay, so Instagram started with the square, then abandoned it, pissing off a lot of their users. Quibi started with vertical and abandoned it. Obviously, one of the biggest failures in tech of all time. But our approach is based on a square media center. You saw this alluded to in some of the frames from the Sizzle reel. And that square media center can harbor all formats. And what that will do, it will create a consistent look and size in the feed for desktop and tablet. So you won't have this a lot of disparity in the design and presentation of content. On mobile, content will go native, specifically vertical video, because we want to fill the screen with the content. Layer on top of this consistent look and feel of the feed, we are decluttering the feed and making the content the hero by shifting all comment threads into modal overlays. You can comment all you want. We're just saying in that original feed as you experience, it will be highly visual. The net result is more color, more visuals, more video, less clutter, less text. And as was mentioned before, we are adding unprecedented granularity and giving you controls over who sees what in your feed and your profile. Our goal on the usability of all these features is total control, no clutter, discoverable interactions, repetition of paradigms to build new neural paths to reinforce new user habits. So at this time, I want to share with you kind of what's in development. When we shared with you the actual feed of the look of the site today, in parallel effort, we've been working on reinforcing this square design. And so right now we're in a platform called Figma, and this is where we do our design. And my design team is actually probably working at the same time. So you may see a couple arrows working here, but you can see how from a grid perspective and a multimedia display, how we're including all the controls for this post on the actual media. And so in that way, we don't have a lot of extraneous tools outside of the feed. Everything's in the feed. You can see how a vertical video will appear in a square, which has a blurred out background of the actual video. Again, kind of filling up the space, making content the hero. We'll have polling. This is an example of once you click on comments, which is the comment bubble there, you get a modal. You have the original media portrayal, then with your chat box over here on the right. But that's a modal. This won't appear in the feed, only as you see it. And then we have buttons to actually find out who did the music. We have this bar here that looks a little bit like TikTok, but we have our own little kind of paradigms of showing audio wave animations. But we want to get you interested in all the songs that we've licensed. I think at least 20 million at this point. But you can find out how to use those songs for your posts as well. The ability to manage your content as you upload it, the ability to see slideshows of a multimedia post in a slideshow or lightbox situation, and again, enabling chat in those light boxes, that's new. The ability to control the presentation of when you want your post to be seen. And this is our big upload modal, kind of a new way to look at all the media that you're uploading for a post so you can review it all before you publish it. And these are kind of the colored text posters that we're going to be creating in the feed, where you can do all kinds of text, but a consistent way and a persistent way, using a very highly formatted way to present your copy. We have all kinds of possibilities for different types of posts. But once we get into profile, we're having a lot of different ways to manage your profile, and again, have those granularity of controls in your settings for who can view your post. So that's kind of a quick preview. The goal is to consolidate kind of these new designs into the current build of the site, which you had a preview of. For months, we've been working on the back end to make sure everything works. And now this kind of last mile effort is to integrate these final designs into the front end development and the appearance within the feed. So we're at a very exciting phase, and I'm excited to be involved with the company and the project. And it is a great team. It's a global team. I have a UX team that's growing, and so it's a very exciting time. So thank you, Peter.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Curt.